Hey everyone, welcome back to another Diablo 3 video. Today I'm gonna bring you a video about the Roland set and the Shield Bash skill rather than Sweep Attack. So using the Roland's set, you can either choose the Sweep Attack or the Shield Bash. Let's go over the set bonuses. So to set, every use Shield Bash and Sweep Attack reduces the cooldown of your loss and defensive skills by 1 second. So that's gonna be quite useful for the loss and defensive skills that we're gonna use. 4 sets increase the damage of Shield Bash and Sweep Attack by 500%. That's gonna be very useful in like hitting like a truck. 6 set, every use of Shield Bash or Sweep Attack that hits an enemy grants you 30% increased attack speed. So while I find that it might be useful for the stun rune on the Sweep Attack, I don't find it very useful on Shield Bash and, well, not so much on T6 because everything dies in like 1 or 2 hits anyway. Right, the gear. So I've got 5 pieces of Roland. So I've got the helmet, the shoulders, the gloves, pants, and the boots. So on the helmet I've got strength, bite, crit chance, and a socket. For the shoulders, just the standard strength, bit, and or resist, and I decided to use resource cost reduction because Shield Bash takes up quite a lot of wrath. So as you know, you should just be looking to reduce the resource cost as much as possible. For the gloves, I've got strength, bit, crit chance, and crit damage. For pants, I've got just defensive stats. For the shoes though, for the boots I've got Shield Bash damage. On the chest we've got a Syndicate because that reduces the resource cost of the Shield Bash Fire Rune by 29%, and also it boosts the damage of the skill by about 20% because of the fire damage. For a belt, I'm just going with pretty much anything, but I like having a Witching Hour just for the critical hit damage. My critical hit damage is not very high, so I was looking to boost it via the belt. For the amulet, anything goes really. I've got strength, crit chance, crit damage and socket on my amulet. It might be worthwhile though, exploring getting fire damage on this instead of strength. For the rings, I've got a Ring of Royal Grandeur so that I can hit the 6-piece bonus for Roland's with only using 5 pieces of it. I've got I've got a restraint here, but it doesn't really matter. Any ring will do really. If you got a Bukato's wedding band, that might be pretty good as well. But on this ring, I needed cooldown. Sorry, for another build, but anyway, it doesn't really matter. It works pretty well still. For another key piece of gear is this item called Drakon's Lesson. So I took really long to find this item because it's so evasive. I gambled shards from Kadala for days and days on end. But in the end, I found this in a T3 or T2 rift as I was testing out some other skills that I was playing around with. So for me, Ray, I've got I rolled with strength, bit, and crit chance, and some other useless stats. So I rolled it into fire skills. So another key piece of gear in this build is the Piro Marella, because this reduces the wrath cost of Shield Bash by 48%. So this is very important so that you can just keep spamming Shield Bash whenever you need it. But even on T6, I find that it's not really necessary. So on the shield, I've got strength, bit, crit chance, and Shield Bash. Took me a while to craft this from the blacksmith. Just too many. There were just too many affixes to roll on a shield. and there were some shields that didn't even come with strength, so I was like, gotta trash that. For the weapon, I've got a scorn, I've got an ancient two-hander. It doesn't really matter, this is not like the sweep attack build where you need a golden lens for sustainability. So for the shield bash build, you just need a weapon that hits as hard as you can. On this, I didn't even bother to gift it. I just rolled the damage, just pure damage stats on them, and it's pretty useful to have life after kill, so that you slowly regenerate your health after killing stuff. Right. Down now for my follow items. I've got Yunjangdo on this and I rolled an increased attack speed so that he hits faster when the target he's hitting is below a certain level of life. It freezes them. So this works on Rift Guardians. So it's really useful if for some reason you're not killing the Rift Guardian fast enough. So I've got a cannot die relic on him so that he doesn't there's no downtime on his utility. I've equipped him with the As a Johan as well, just for crowd control. Shield Bash works pretty well if they are all bunched up together. Just in case he gets into a bit more fighting, I've given him a Justice Lantern to increase his block chance, and using this freeze of deflection to be able to stun an attacker. So for the legendary gems, I've got Bane of the Powerful. This is just pure damage boost. Bane of the Trap, just because you're going to be really close to a lot of enemies anyway, so you might as well benefit from the increased damage. For Mirine, this is just for damage as well. On T6, we're quite tanky. I've already got 18 million toughness. I don't really need defensive gems. So just to go through my stats, I'm sitting at a 47.5% crit chance with 440 crit damage. My sheet rough cost reduction is 15.4%, but that doesn't take into account the 30% from Syndicate and another 48% from Piro Marella. So that should work up to about 15, 85, 40, another, so about total of 70%, almost 70% reduction thereabouts in the rough cost of Shield Bash. So let me change this to Shield Bash. I was previously playing with another build. Right. So reducing the cost of Shield Bash by 70% brings it down to a net total of maybe 9 Wrath, which is pretty good. You can spam it like 10 times before you run out. You actually run out of Wrath. So, but onto the skills. For primary, we can go with anything really. I just chose something to hit very fast, and it's like some AOE and increase the attack speed. This is your bread and butter. This is gonna be your main attack. I'm using Shield Bash Crumble, hence the fire elemental damage on my gear. For utility, I've got speed charge endurance just to run faster during times of low mob density. I've got shield there, and I'm using Zealous Glare on this one to regain Wrath, because I'm not using Reaper's Reps. Sometimes you might find that you're running out of Wrath. But if your follower can proc his As of Johan and suck all the enemies around him into one bunch, you can just just hit shield glare, and you will find that the loss of Wrath will be regenerated. So for loss of valor, I'm using this to reduce the Wrath cost of all my skills 50%, right? And I'm using long arm of the law. Oh no, I'm not. I'm using towering shield. Yeah, yeah. And you know, even though the cooldown is 30 seconds and the uptime is only like 5 seconds, um, by using shield bash, it reduces the cooldown of this skill by 1 second. Right? Remember the 2-piece set bonus of Roland. So for the fourth skill, I'm gonna use Iron Skin, Steel Skin, right? Because see, laws and defensive, defensive. All these skills are just gonna go off cooldown really quickly for each use of Shield Bash. On the passives, I have Heavenly Strength. I've got Finery. I'm just using Holy Cost to boost my damage, and just because Heavenly Strength penalizes the damage. This finally we have Towering Shield, which is a must because it reduces the cooldown of Shield Glare by 30%, hence improving our Wrath regeneration, and it also increases damage of Shield Bash. Right, simple. Right, on the Paragon points, standard stuff, maximum speed, strength, cooldown, crit chance, crit damage. It doesn't really matter what your attack speed and cooldown reduction is. You're gonna one shot everything anyway. Life, armor, resist all, and then area damage, resource cost reduction, and life on hit. Yeah, something else I wanted to say about this whole set of gear is that go for the Dragon's Lesson last. Why? Because it's the least critical piece of gear. Once you get everything up and running, including your Piro Marella, you can actually start running this build. You'll do decent damage, but you're gonna have even more. You're gonna hit even harder with this bracer. But you know, like I said, after it took me a while to get this, and yet I was still farming fine on T6 even. Right, I think that's it for the skills. Refer to click on the link below in the description for the gameplay video. Cheers, peace out.